Shalom everyone, welcome to this channel, and today I'm going to share with you a different thing. I'm going to share you a recipe that you can cook during the Feast of Unleavened Bread. But before I'm going to start, I'm going to make a correction with the last video that we shared with you, with that verse that I said, Hosea chapter 2 verse 6, where there's a statement there that says, "Call me Ishi, no longer Baali," or "Call me my husband, no longer my Lord." You can find that in Hosea chapter 2 verse 16. Pardon for that, please be corrected. Okay, now let's get started cooking. I'll be sharing with you, we call this in our dialect Lumpia. Here we call it spring rolls. Okay. You can prepare it in 3 different ways. You can prepare it vegetarian, vegan, and pure meat. Whatever you choose to prepare, make sure that you have lumpia wrappers. You can find that in an Asian section and Asian stores. You can find that also in Woodman store. Then make sure you have olive oil. You can also use coconut oil for that. And then salt. And then garlic powder. And then onion powder. And ground black pepper. I'm trying to add some, should we say, dried spices for that, like curry powder, turmeric, and what's this other? Rosemary and seasoning. We try to check the ingredients for this. Somehow we don't find any some suspicious ingredients, so we're using that one. But that 4 there, it's fine not to use that one. The previous one that I said are the very important thing when you are going to make a lumpia or spring rolls. Then if you want to go vegetables, another thing by the way, for your spices, make sure that you have some green onions. If you can see it, we already sliced it. Green onions, minced sliced garlic, and then onion, just half of a medium size, and then sweet pepper, and then that's tomatoes, by the way. Okay, and please don't make so much tomato, just small. And then for the vegetable, I would recommend these vegetables to use potatoes, and then we have green beans, or we call this one in my country Veggie beans. And then we also have here some carrots, and then just a little bit of cabbage, and then squash. This is squash. Okay, any type of squash will do, but we're using here butternut squash. Okay. Then the next thing, make sure you wash and you slice your vegetables that way, as you've seen, as in a small size, should I say. And then the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to put in our mixing bowl our vegetables. Okay, potato, and then next we have some green beans, and then carrots, and squash and cabbage. Okay. Then we are going to add now our spices. We have here onions, garlic, green onions, tomatoes, and then sweet pepper. Okay, there we go. Then the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to put salt. In this amount, you're going to use about a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of salt. Okay, and then also a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then a teaspoon of onion powder, okay, and just half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Okay, just half a teaspoon. And then it's just my additives to use that, but fine not to use it. I'm putting here just a half of curry powder. Okay. And then rosemary. Just a little bit of it. Okay. And then just a little bit of turmeric too. Okay, just a little bit. Okay. And then 3 teaspoons of the seasoning. You can substitute this with soy sauce if you're using soy sauce. But if it's not, it's totally fine not to add this one. Your lumpia will still taste good. Okay. And then we are going to add eggs. Oh, by the way, the one that I'm showing you now is a mixture of vegetable and eggs and meat. This is the one that I love the most. Okay. So we're going to put now on our egg. And by the way, if you want to decrease this amount, just decrease the ingredients too. If you want to make, if you want to increase, feel free to do that. And then we're going to add now our meat. By the way, if you are going to do pure meat, just go for a pack of this. And I'm using here ground beef. You can use any type of ground meat, but I love to use ground beef. And please try to what's this? Make it separated like this, so it will not stay in one part. You can use fork to do this, but I prefer to use my hand. Okay, just do like that. Okay, and then mix all of your ingredients in this bowl. I'm going to put it here, so just in case something will spill on, I can still get it. Okay. Just mix it thoroughly. Until you can feel that the meat and the vegetable are thoroughly mixed. Okay, I guess this is fine. I'm just going to wash my hands and try to show you how to, what's this, to wrap this lumpia. By the way, if you're going to make a lumpia, since the wrappers are on the frozen section and it needs to stay in the freezer, kindly a day ahead before you're planning to do lumpia, try to defrost your lumpia wrappers already, so it's just easy for you to detach or to separate each wrapper. Okay, or wrappers. Okay, let me just wash my hand. Okay. Now what we are going to do next is we are now going to wrap this mixture with this wrapper. I just prepare 3 wrappers here just to show you how to wrap a lumpia and then how to cook that. I'm just going to finish this thing later, just enough for you to see how to do this thing so your time will not be wasted so much, okay? So just about 2 spoons of this mixture. I guess I need to remove this thing so you can see it better. I need to remove this one now. Okay. So you can see it clearly. So this is how we're going to do it. Okay. So just get about 2 spoons like that. Just arrange it. Yes, like that. Okay. Do it like that. And then fold it like this. And then after that, go to the edge. And then onto the other edge. Okay? And then wrap that. Roll it like that. Roll and roll and roll. Okay. The way to close it, some use some egg white, another is the dissolved cornstarch and put it in the end here to close it. But then, for me, I don't follow that one. I just don't put anything, but instead I just put my lumpia like this end here to the bottom. Why? Because the liquid of it will be dripping and that liquid will make our lumpia wrapper close. So up to you if you're going to follow that using a dissolved cornstarch or egg white, but for me it's totally fine not to follow that one. Okay, I'm just going to do now the second lumpia. Okay. And then we're going to wrap that both sides and then make sure it's in place. And then roll and roll and roll and roll and roll. And then put it in the bottom like that, so you can see it. And then the third one. Wrap at the end, the edge, both edge, like that, and then make sure it's in place, and then wrap and roll and roll, and then there we go. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show to you how to cook this lumpia. Okay. So I'm just going to return it here. I can show you how to cook this one. Okay, we need some coconut olive oil, and then the first thing that you are going to do is make sure that the pan is heated before you are going to put your olive oil, or any oil will do. You can set it into high before putting your lumpia. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's in high, but then when you're going to start to cook your lumpia, make sure that it is in below medium, so you can cook it for about 7 minutes without getting your lumpia being burned. Okay, You can heat it for about a minute or half, and then make sure that your oil is too hot when you are going to cook your lumpia already. Okay? So now I'm going to put, by the way, the usual or the ideal oil is about half a cup of oil. But since I'm just cooking here 3 lumpias, so I'll just put an amount of oil that's enough for it to be cooked. Okay. I can try to make it in below medium when you're going to start to cook your lumpia. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do now is we are going to put our lumpia here. Okay. Okay. And then we are going to set our timer into 7 minutes. Okay. We're going to look at that, and I'm going to continue to wrap this lumpia rather, while waiting for that to be cooked. Okay, so after cooking the bottom part for 7 minutes, try to flip it for another 7 minutes and cooked it, and then along the way just try to check, especially if there's left 2 minutes, try to check it out for the color of your lumpia that will tell you that is already cooked. Just try to look for a dark brown color. Okay, so I wash my colander so I can drain it, but if you have kind of drained it first, so the excess oil will be drained, and then I'm going to show you now. Okay, so going to show you now how does it look like. Okay, so this is the desired color that we're looking for a cooked lumpia. And then let me try to look for something to put there. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm going to put it here. Okay. Okay. So this is now our product. This is now the cooked lumpia. By the way, if you want to heat this one, especially on Shabbat where we can cook our food and we're just going to heat our food, kindly don't put oil to your pan when you heat it. Just put it there and just heat it in below medium, or should I say low heat, and then we can also store our lumpia. After you wrap it, just wrap it with what's this, paper towel, and then you can store it in your freezer for about 2 weeks. That's the thing that we tried. I don't know if it can still be stored farther than that, but yeah, you can store it there, wrap it with a paper towel, and in the time that you like to cook it, just remove the paper towel and it's good to go. You can eat any meal of the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's fine to eat this one. You can eat it alone because it's almost complete, should I say, a complete food. There's already carbohydrates from the potatoes, and then protein from the meats, and eggs, and vitamins and minerals from vegetables. So you can eat it alone. But we Filipinos, we love to cook it, to eat it with our rice, and you can eat it too with your matcha bread, and you can put some ketchup for it, and you can also dip it with soy sauce or the seasoning that I showed you a while ago. Just put a little bit of lime and it's good to go. And I hope that you'll give it a try. And if you did not subscribe to our channel yet, kindly do subscribe. And I hope that you're going to have a wonderful feast Chag Shameach. Shalom until next time. Yes, willing.